Hey everyone, Nubkeks here, and welcome back to the Road to Grandmaster, where we are currently in Master. What I'm actually thinking of doing as well, we're already in the middle of the draft, I'll catch up with that in a sec. Standard bans so far, Artanis and Ragnarok, so we're not starting off with an ideal pick with Medivh, it looks like. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, Mertzer on the enemy team is someone I know, so we're just kind of bantering back and forth. What I'm saying was, I'll probably do these not fully chronologically anymore from now on. What I'll just do is, like, the Road to Grandmaster for any particular week will be, I'll just choose kind of the best few games in terms of learning or the hero choices from that week, and then put them out in whatever order. And I'll probably try, I don't know, I'll just do something along those lines. So that will just free me up to bring you a better variety of heroes scheduled on the channel and things like that. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. Also, like, the first few games in Master have been absolutely awful. Oh my god. But anyway, I thought this one would be good because we're going to be playing Zul'jin in this one, who is pretty cool hero. So the enemy team grabbed a Rhaegar as a first pick. Actually pretty decent first pick once Artanis is... If you ban away Artanis and pick Rhaegar, it's not bad. They get Diablo as well, so that's a very good start for them. And they get Tychus, which is pretty fantastic. And we've got a Medivh and a Nazebo, which is it's a little bit awkward to say the least. We'll probably look to build something that goes with this, but I mean they've got a pretty super team set up already. I'm trying to consider what to ban out here. You can see I'm kind of spinning my thing around, not quite sure what to remove. So we still need a support. And we're going to need another damage dealer. So I'm going to try play that damage dealer. And then there's going to be another support to go. So I was kind of going, what will I build? What should I ban? What should I pick? So I did ban away Illidan. I remember after this I was kind of thinking, wait, shit, I should have picked Illidan. That would have been pretty good. Illidan, you know, with a Medivh to back him up. Wouldn't be terrible. And then a Nazebo for the range damage. That would have worked pretty well. Looks like our teammate here wants to pick Muradin. And I'm fine with that. Considering we got a blind pick a warrior in, like, I'd prefer ETC, but Muradin is fine. I was considering picking Samuro, but I don't actually know if Samuro goes well with the Medivh at all. And then also Diablo, the Apocalypse against Samuro clones. Yeah, it's pretty brutal. And then Tychus, if he goes AoE damage. So I was kind of going, I want something that does a lot of damage. Like, we're going to have another support. We need something that does a lot of damage. What the hell do I pick that's going to be able to burn down Diablo and then whatever godforsaken other frontline they pick up? So I wasn't really sure what to go for. It was a really tough situation. I ended up picking Zul'jin in the end. I said, you know what, I'd already played a Vala game recently, and I said, you know, Zul'jin, he does a lot of damage. Let's try him out. And I'd also like to bring you guys a Zul'jin game. I'd like to try him out and play him myself in ranked. I mean, Mertzer was saying, like, hey, you're probably happy because you're saying you've had really good stats against and with Diablo in the video you did, your guide on stats and how you can look into those to improve your game, so you should be happy. I said, well, yeah, but Diablo's really good. Then they pick Lunara and Thrall, so we're pretty much screwed at this point. Like, they have... like, the perfect team comp. It's kind of horrific. We're going to grab Tassadar then to round out our draft. So, yeah. Needless to say, they have, like, Bloodlust, Earthquake, Apocalypse. Then they have an Odin, Bloodlusted Tychus. They're going to have Lunara churning out tons of damage through the Bloodlust and all the CC they've got. They just have... yeah, it's... I thought this was just shocking. This is how I found a lot of drafts go in Master, actually. It's just these sort of bizarre choices all around. I'm also quite interested about the Tassadar in this game. Tassadar, I think he goes for like a lightning build, a Psystorm build, which is what I've seen actually in all the games I've seen Tassadar is Psystorm. I'm really interested to actually try that out myself. But yeah, I was like, looking at the compositions, there's about an 80 to 95% chance that the enemy team wins here. We're also on pleb horses. There's clearly some bug with mounts at the moment.
Shall open in 10 seconds.
A little bit like concerned. A little bit concerned to say the least. But anyway, Medivh will be able to protect me. The Tassadar will go pretty well with Zul'jin. I was thinking like Illidan probably would have worked a little bit better, but honestly, fighting into this enemy team, I'm not sure what we can do in general. But Yeah, Zul'jin I think should work fairly well with Medivh. We'll be able to stay on low life more successfully. And Taz'dingo should work really well with Zul'jin as well. So we'll see how that goes. Lunara doing some poke damage to us, just trying to output what basic attack damage we can. Obviously focusing on the Rhaegar who had our Q on him, and we actually pick him off. Our Q boat boosts your damage. So yeah, of course, Zul'jin, in case you don't know how to play him, his Q, you throw out an axe. It's actually a very fast skill shot. When you hit someone with that, it puts this little axe on them. There you can see it on Diablo. We actually killed Diablo, which is pretty nice. Overextending there. But yeah, your Q, you hit someone with it, does a bit of damage, and then marks them, so your basic attacks do bonus damage. Your W, you throw out those spinning axes in a weird sort of skill shot circle thing. Basically what I want to try to do is hit them with the axes with the circle so they're slowed down, then activate my berserking, which is my trait, my D. You'll see that toggle on and off. I basically want that on anytime I hit a hero, and especially whenever I hit something with a Q on it as well. Probably even minions with a Q on it, to be honest, just to get maximum efficiency. It really doesn't drain that much of your life. Then I'm going to use my E regeneration whenever I need a little bit of a heal. Not too worried about it. Going to try actually focus down the ones with the lowest health so I don't take too much damage. It's probably a good idea. Going to use regeneration right now. Seeing as Tychus hit us and did some damage. We kind of want to save our mana as much as possible. Going to rotate down towards the bottom where our Nazeebo has been caught out of position. I think they're not going to notice. Looks like Rhaegar's just coming back on his own. Hello friend Rhaegar. I was thinking he might back off. He didn't though. And we hit him with a few attacks. Drive him off. Using our trait to just burn through these as quickly as possible. The lower our life goes, the more damage, or the faster we attack as well. That's how this hero works. Hello, friend. We're gonna start firing some hits into you, and we burn through the Diablo pretty quickly. Actually, gonna stand here and do as much damage as we can, and take that Medivh portal we were standing on top of to go out. So just turreting up and firing away during that particular phase. Talent choices so far: level 1, I picked up Yuan Axe. Every 5 basic attacks against an enemy hero improves our attack damage by 1.5 points. So that will add up to a little bit. Gonna throw some axes at Thrall. Thrall wants axe, but Thrall ran away. He only wanted a couple, didn't want too many. Medivh does die, unfortunately. Yeah, just gonna clear out some waves, stacking up my level 4 talent, which is Let the Killing Begin. Whenever we kill an enemy, our attack speed increases by 6%, up to 30% for 15 seconds. Basic attacks refresh the cooldown. So we're gonna try and maintain this just bonus 30% attack speed at all times if possible. Myself and Taz'dingo, we're gonna start working on this Garden Terror thing. You can see he's put the shields on me, so I'm actually healing like 44 HP per basic attack here. So we're staying on like max health, basically non-stop. With those shields, we can't actually lose any HP, looks like. Trying to hit Thrall with that, don't quite land it. Just making sure to pick up all the seeds so this Thrall can actually steal as few as possible. He's being a bit of a jerk. Fortunately, terrible aim on my Qs. Feeling a bit of pressure as teammates keep dying to something. I was like, what's going on? This isn't good. Thrall walks a bit too far forwards. We hit him with the Q and then finish him off with our basic attacks. Taz'dingo does go down, but we survive and we're able to pick off the terror and grab those last few seeds. I didn't quite catch how Taz'dingo died. I got distracted killing the Thrall. I'm a little bit scared. I didn't grab that globe because the rotation's from the bottom. We do land a W through those guys. I think Murden might die. Yeah. Oh, Medivh shield comes out. I think that's a dead Murden nonetheless, is it? I'm not sure. Does his trait kick in if he's got poison on? He's not dead yet, so I guess his health regen was just enough to save him. Oh yeah, he's fine! Murden's fine! Who cares? Murden, he's a trooper, he doesn't care. I guess he could just sustain with his poison through that. I mean, people looking for a bit of an engage right here. Use our W to poke a bit. We're pretty low on mana. Our HP sustain, especially with the Taz'dingo, actually, is pretty good. So we're more worried about our mana actually at the moment. Gonna try to conserve that a little bit. Might even tap a well here. Don't remember. Yeah, we're gonna tap a well for some mana more than anything else. And start working on some merc camps. We should be able to tear through them pretty quickly. Gonna grab Vicious Assault at level 7, by the way. This has gone to let me actually get the exact things up. What this does. So our Q, that Grievous Throw, that axe we throw out, normally marks people for 3 basic attacks. So they take 50% bonus damage. With Vicious Assault, it's going to increase the number of basic attacks to 6. So whenever we mark someone with their axes, they'll take 6 basic attacks worth of bonus damage. It adds up to a lot of damage. And then if it's a hero, every time we hit them with an attack and they got the mark on them, it reduces the cooldown of our Q by 2 seconds. So it becomes a really massive damage output increase to be able to land that. For example, here, landing some of these attacks, you can see it's knocking the cooldown on that Q very, very low, letting us do a lot of damage. It's pretty damn good, pretty damn useful. We need to hit something here to sustain our... Yeah, there we go. Sustain our level 4 talent. Diablo going in. We're just going to fire some basic attacks at him. Thank you very much. Hello, my friend. Fire another Q through him. Hit him with a W as well. Not enough to finish him off, but we're putting a lot of pressure on these guys. You can see our axes flying fast and furious as our health goes down. You could keep track of the attack speed bonus in the bottom left of the screen. And yeah, the game's actually going better so far than I expected. The enemy team a little bit ahead in terms of seeds, but we're doing okay so far. Just trying to keep the siege camp alive, basically just scare these guys off. If they ever move forwards, like this guy, not sure what he's doing. He's dying, apparently. That was kind of dumb. I don't know what Rhaegar was thinking there. He just completely threw his life away. Gotta be honest, guys. Gotta be honest. I thought things would get better in Masters. That's actually very representative of the games we've been having so far. We're also still matched with a lot of Diamond people, unfortunately. But yeah, even had a few games with like some pro players and stuff. I don't even know if I'm going to bring you those games though, because I'd say they were much less defined by having pro players in them, as opposed to having a few kind of like very low master and kind of very high Diamond 1 players in them that just threw the game because they're just not good enough to play with that sort of standard. It's kind of unfortunate. And it's been a rough ride, to say the least. It's been a rough ride where you're like, man, we got a really good draft, everything looks great. Oh wait, our Vala can't play Vala? Oh, okay, never mind then. And we're gonna come around here. Looks like we're actually in a little bit of a rough spot trying to save this Nazebo. We did just about save him, but there's a big push happening here. Definitely something to watch out for, especially this Diablo. He's a little bit scary. Yeah, they've got a lot of people here. I might have overextended. I know we've got level 10, so that's why I'm kind of going a little bit ham. Gonna pop Taz'dingo here, do as much damage as I can. Unfortunately, we do go down. The Taz'dingo wore off, and we weren't able to get enough damage out. I thought we could probably do better in that fight. It was a 4v4. Right, was it a 4v5? That might have been a 4v5, was it? I'm not sure now. Uh-oh. 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 Everyone's dying. Well, Taz'dingo wasn't there. I'm not sure how many of the enemy team were there. We had heroics, though, so I thought we had a chance to maybe do a bit of damage. But yeah, oh, you could also see I was telling the enemy team that seeds are up soon, so go do those. Whoops. And I just realized we don't actually have a healer. We just have Tassadar, and he's been split pushing like a mad joke. At this stage, I'm thinking we can maybe come in here and do something. Tassadar is he's just split pushing like a mad joke, though. He's got no interest at all, apparently, in actually joining the team and fighting. I went a bit too ham. I thought, you know, with them fighting the terror, we might be doing okay. But they're just split pushing top, and no one took the terror. So yeah, that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. Definitely overstepping the line right there. Kind of expecting that, you know, Tassadar might come or do something. They're getting a pretty good push on here, and someone did go and grab the terror, so that's good. I'd expect, you know, maybe Medivh or Tassadar could grab the terror. I don't know. Murden is not terrible either. Definitely, basically, I'm the only one we definitely don't want in the terror. That's pretty straightforward, because I'm going to be the biggest source of damage. Oh crap, I'm telling the enemy team, I forgot to change the chat. You can see I realized it. I'm like, uh-oh, uh-oh. This isn't good. This isn't good. I really need to switch that chat over at some stage, but it's been pretty busy so far. Rhaegar comes in. We're going to try burn him down a little bit. Just stutter stepping away. There's a Diablo here as well. We can just start hitting him with our basic attacks. Stutter stepping away once again. Doing plenty of damage to him. Going to step out of Apocalypse. Thank you very much. We do have Taz'dingo. We're going to actually pop that. Didn't quite need it in that situation, but that's a triple kill for us. So that's pretty good. Gonna regenerate. Actually gonna cancel that because we were body blocking Nazebo, so decided to be a nice teammate. I said the value of regenerating, like, you know, a bit more max HP, I don't think that outweighs the value of annoying someone by body blocking them. I know how annoying that can be. We're gonna step us across the side here and just burn down this plant. We can kill it very quickly. Just gonna use our Berserking to take this out. Pretty much want to do this as quickly as possible. Step away from the terror as well. We can kite him for days now. Level 13, I forgot to say. Oh, 10 we picked up Taz'dingo, obviously. Level 13, I have Zul'jin. Whenever we hit a hero with our Q, our Grievous Throw, we get 25% move speed for 2 seconds. Synergizes super nicely with our level 7 talent, which makes our Q have a way reduced cooldown whenever we hit a hero. So it lets us stack this up really nicely. Thrall's gone pretty deep here. We should be able to pick him off now. We have to be careful because the enemy team, is rotating around from the side. We don't have Taz'dingo. Actually, this is me very dead. This is me very dead. I think everyone was there, but with the earthquake, we actually just couldn't quite get in. So nice work by the enemy team. We almost got the Thrall, but I Oh yeah, everyone was kind of low to the side, and a nice earthquake really helped save his life. So overstepping, I think, once again. Also pretty nice play by the enemy team on just, you know, team comp things happening. You know, when our team gets low on life, we never get the life back unless we got a healing fountain. We're reliant on, you know, a structure with a cooldown the length of a heroic. This is wonderful, actually. This is going really well for us. Taz'dingo wrecking people. The polybomb spreading around. I don't think he has quite enough damage to pick off Rhaegar. Oh no, he just about does. That was quite lucky, actually. I'm on the way as well. The enemy team overstepped, got caught in the polybomb, and then Archon just... it's a decent amount of damage, and it was enough to burn them down. At this stage, I'm going to turn over and start working on these siege camps. And what I'm going to do here is throw my Q through both of them, and then just, you know, use the Q to kill them off, basically. Kill them off as quickly as possible. Stand on the point, regenerate while we capture the point, pick up a healing globe, and you can see we walk away with basically full health. And we also took it pretty quickly. So it's a very valuable thing you can do with Zul'jin. Very valuable thing you can do with Zul'jin to help out your team. And just, you know, just kind of create map pressure and get things pushing. Tester with the Q build. He's doing quite a lot of lane clear, actually. He's pretty interesting. I'll tell you what his build was at the end of the game. I'm going to try get a test start video pretty soon as well. I haven't done it yet. I might do it today. And at this moment, we're just trying to deny the enemy team's terror getting too much value. We got the siege camp pushing middle, and we got a big wave pushing bottom. So we're getting good value actually around the rest of the map. And it looks like we're all actually pushing with this up top, which is just fine. I think we're actually in a really good position if we're defending like this. We should be able to burn through this stuff pretty damn quick. It shouldn't be a huge problem actually. Just kind of stutter stepping back. It's a little bit difficult to stutter step with Zul'jin because your speed gets changed. We get stunned by Diablo, which is annoying. We obviously step out Apocalypse, throw out our W to slow down their whole team if we can. Lunara's jumping on us, but it's not a big deal. Gonna focus down Rhaegar a bit. We've got this terror thing trying to kill us. We almost die, but we don't quite die. It's surviving with unkillable. Nice Taz'dingo shield actually saves us from the Tychus grenades. Thank you very much, Taz'dingo. And that's a triple kill for us. Pretty good stuff. We're going to chase down the Thrall. Get a little bit scared because, you know, there's quite a lot of enemies here. I'm quite low on life. Even though we were healing a lot, we did not at that time have much life. And this is putting us in a really good spot. Nice work. Looks like Medivh actually hunted down with the Myrddin and helped kill the Thrall, which is pretty damn good. Anyway, we should steal the small camps at the bottom. Unfortunately, once again, forgot to change the chat still, so not telling my teammate. But you can see just how much damage Zul'jin does. It's quite a lot. We're going to grab the regen globe and let our teammates deal with that. And we're going to make our way down here to these small camps. Myrddin's going to take the one to the left-hand side. Medivh's there with him. That's fine. We're going to pick this off. Unfortunately, missed the W mostly. But you can see we just tear through that very quickly. Zul'jin does an absurd amount of damage, which is very, very useful. The enemy team only has 10 seats. We want to just kind of stick with our teammates here at this stage. Gonna throw out the Q on Diablos, just start melting him down. That is the level, that's the level 7 talent right there, boys. That's the level 7 talent. Absolutely massive damage output. Turn on your trait, hit them with your Q, and just watch them melt. It's pretty brutal. So Diablo's down. Nice stun by Myrddin helping us secure that. Good zoning Psystorms from him, and we can just put huge pressure on Lunara. Nice shield from Medivh helps us just walk out of that. Taz start putting another shield on us. Pretty nice. Thank you very much. We're just going to throw some regular basic attacks here. Throw on our trait in case we find any heroes in the meantime. And just rotate around. We can actually grab this terror here pretty quickly. I mean, I think me and Taz'dingo can solo this pretty much as fast as most like 5-man teams would be able to. Like we churn through this thing. We do a lot of damage to it. Stutter stepping around. Got the trait on, just burning through it as quickly as we can. And things are melting. At this stage in the game, I was kind of going, you know what? I'm actually glad I banned out Illidan and picked Zul'jin. This is working out very, very well for us. This is a good pick. This is working well with the Medivh. It's ending up being quite a lot of damage. And difficult for the enemy team to get on top of us with the kind of effectively double support kind of backing us up. I like it a lot. Rhaegar once again overstepping. We're able to punish him quite hard. Get him down to half life. He's not going to be able to heal that up easily. There is Odin out, so we need to be pretty careful. Just going to burn down this structure relatively quickly. Watching out for the Odin actually engaging us. Nice polybomb. We're going to do some good damage to Thrall once again. Not sure who this is diving us. It's Diablo. He's going to regret that, I think. Actually popping Taz'dingo a bit early. I was expecting they might dive me there. It looked like they were going for like an all-in. They actually weren't. A Medivh shield was there. So it was a waste of Taz'dingo. but we're doing pretty good, so it's okay. It definitely was a waste of Taz'dingo though, but it was kind of worth it at the same time just to ensure that they weren't going to do anything funny. Hit Thrall with the W, slow him down a little bit, and we're focusing fire on the core. Thrall's just too scared to actually come in. There's too much damage output. We're focusing the core, 10% on the core. Thrall arrives and starts hitting, but there's nothing he can do, and holy shit. Can't believe we won with that team comp. It's true, I can't believe we won with this team comp. No healer, but we did it. We did it. The Zul'jin pick, I think, ended up being a really big deal. That was actually a really big deal. And then the Tassadar pick actually worked very well with what we had. It actually worked surprisingly well. Like, Muradin's got self-sustain, and then the Tassadar shields on Zul'jin are really good. And, yeah. It was kind of crazy. Anyway, just gonna leave some of these whispers here, because we got a lot of whispers. Leave him in. Get rid of this thing, which is in the way. Leave whisper, leave whisper. Saying I should have gone to bed and not played a game more. I know that feeling. I did exactly the same thing after that game. I did exactly the same thing. There you go, there's the stats. We did a lot of damage. You want Axe at the Killing Begin, Vicious Assault, Taz'dingo, Eye of Zul'jin, then Ferocity, by the way, at level 16, improving the bonus of our just attack speed when our health goes low by 40%, so makes our attack speed much, much better. Level 20 would have picked up Amani Resilience, so that makes half the damage we do during Taz'dingo heals us. It's a really big heal, probably. But yeah, that was happened to be a really good Zul'jin game. We just got to churn out a ton of damage, worked really well with the Tassadar, and pretty interesting to see the new Tassadar as well. A different sort of playstyle. He went for Psi Fusion at level 1, Kala's Embrace improving. So Psi Fusion level 1 for the Tassadar. It's the quest for his Psi Storm. Makes it return mana, then makes its size bigger, and then makes it do more damage. Kala's Embrace at level 4, improving the lifesteal when he has Plasma Shield up. So we saw that and how effective that was put on me, on Zul'jin. We were healing so much in this game just from our basic attacks. It was kind of crazy. Can I even see that? The number here? Well, what I can tell you is that Tassadar did 68,000 healing. There might be a bug where that's doubled, but it's still an awful lot. Even if that is doubled, that's still almost as much as Rhaegar did. Which is kind of insane. So that was all of that healing from, yeah, just from the, mostly from shields on me, and then just the lifesteal I was getting, and then, you know, the shields absorbing some damage as well, but pretty absurd. At level 7, by the way, he picked up Psi Projection, improving the range of his Q and his W. He picked up Archon, then at 10, obviously, Deep Shift at 13, that's an interesting one. Yeah, interesting. Improving dimensional shift duration and speed. And then he picked up Psionic Echo at level 16, casting 2 Psi Storms. Seemed to work pretty well. He's probably a bit overly focused on the split push, but it worked out in the end. It worked out okay in the end. I thought that was an interesting game, and kind of fun as well to bring you a Zul'jin game. I have put him up to tier 1 in my tier list, and I think this game illustrates why. He can just do so much damage. He churns it out. I think he's really strong in Hero League. Taz'dingo can be very effective in Hero League as well. Yeah, I think he's a very powerful damage dealing hero. You could see how we were able to bully the Rhaegar, the Lunara, the Thrall. They basically were too scared to actually come in and attack us, because, you know, they're kind of going, oh shit, you know, he's got a Tassadar shield, he's gonna have a Medivh shield. Man, I'm just a bit too scared to actually dive these guys, which is kind of crazy considering we only had Muradin for a front line. But with the damage I was able to do, plus obviously, you know, Nazeebo did quite a lot of damage as well. But yeah, just the damage output of Zul'jin with double support behind him, we were able to just zone out what ought to have been a perfect team composition. I think if you had 5 Grandmasters versus 5 Grandmasters, their composition would realistically win 80% of the time to 95% of the time. Like I said at the start, I don't know, maybe reassessing that a little bit afterwards, realizing, kind of getting a feel for how good Zul'jin is. But their composition was definitely better. Definitely better. They just did not play as well. We were able to bully them, and we won the game. Now, thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you did enjoy that one. Little look at Zul'jin. Give it a thumbs up if you did. And I'll catch you all next time for more Heroes of the Storm. Bye-bye.